Yo, welcome back to another live trading session. Coming into the day, starting high time frame, what are we doing? Well, we're still inside of this giant range that until we break out of, it's going to be a lot harder to navigate price. So zooming in to the 1 hour, right, kind of trading liquidity to condition, condition to liquidity, or just condition to condition. So meaning, right, fair value gaps. We do have this 1 hour gap right here. And then we also have a 4 hour gap opening up here at 10 a.m. So if we do not really get any type of reaction out this 1 hour, then I'd honestly expect us to, trade higher to this 4 hour at 10 a.m. Does look like we're going to open up a 15-minute gap right here though. So that could be a possible condition, right? Because this was a sweep of some sort of major swing inside this range, right? What have we been doing? Well, you can see looking at the 4 hour, we sweep out some sort of liquidity, not the external one though, and then we deliver back to the highs, sweep out some form of liquidity, deliver back towards the lows. We did just have an SMT at these highs. Therefore, it's leading to what? Distribution lower. Therefore, I'm leaning a little bit more bearish on ES. So I can see the possibility of us returning all the way down to the sell side down here on NQ, right? Just starting to now work our way down towards an actual objective being, what is it, the weekly and monthly gap down here. So there's a weekly intermediate low, I believe, a monthly fair value gap as well. Yeah, unfilled monthly. This is a giant monthly down here too. So I can start to see that happen, right? Where we just finally get out of this range and just continue to be bearish. Especially looking at like if you draw equilibrium. Let me go over here of just the entire range. So from this high to this low, where are we? Well, we are in a discount. Therefore, if we continue to remain bearish in this discount, then I can probably expect us to, break through all of these and eventually return to all the way this range low, which would be great, right? Like I'd love for that to happen, just so that we can finally start to get regular price action where we have like a clear manipulation leg on the high time frame, and we can just expect us to start to distribute. So coming in at 9:30 here. Let me go ahead and mark out some cons. Boom, boom. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm getting my trade of it all set up. Cool. Sick. So, market open. What do we do? We're trading higher. Giving us the idea of possibly returning to this 15-minute. 9:30. I woke up a little bit late today. So sorry for lack of speaking if I do. Go. Boom. Sick. Let me mark out. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Go here. $30 right now. Unless we get some sort of resweep up here and then get a new leg, but other than that, I don't think so. Did we just edge anything of significance? Not really. 15 minutes all the way up there too. Also in that 1 hour, put another rejection wick. Do open up this 1 minute gap. Seems like we will. Right now, though, we're kind of just sitting inside this 1 hour bearish condition, and then we have the 15-minute down below. So, like, I'm looking at this 15-minute kind of as our agreed upon DOL, because in the sense that we're going to be bullish, it would make sense to have some sort of delivery off of something to then be bullish and get through, these high time frame gaps to the left. Otherwise, if we're going to be bearish, we should just, rip straight through it. equal highs over here. I don't really like. Not that it's like an issue or anything, but yes, a lot more bullish. Don't really like how ES looks on this. If ES can start to catch up, then it wouldn't be as bad. As long as we don't hit this 15-minute. If we hit that 15-minute, fried. It's also kind of trading the manipulation, like, in a sense. We also put in, like, weird equal highs. I don't know, it feels kind of weird. Do we have news today? Let me check. No. I may just not take this. But I also might. I don't know. More so on ES. I don't really like that wick. Didn't even close below. Kind of crazy. Honestly, I really don't want to take it at this point. Could definitely snipe a 1-on-1. Hey, stop. It's okay. Sorry, my dog, bro. There's a 30-second. Does it play? Wow. So no 1-minute entry. I definitely wanted to wait there. The 30-second entry did end up playing out. Probably to a 1-to-1. Let's see if it would have. If it does, that's really unfortunate. Yep. Brutal. Oh well. No entry that I had high enough conviction in, so I'm not really mad about it. Although I do think that, like, it did align with my bias and everything. I don't know. It could have been a little bit better. It's more so just the fact that, like, this inverse closed inside the 15-minute, which is technically like my condition. I don't really want to not go break even at this 15-minute because we can, deliver higher from here if we really wanted to. Although looking back, this is kind of steep. I don't think that's. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Might end up waiting for 10. 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, after this, though, we don't really have anything in between here for another 400 points. There's an hourly gap here. Never mind. But even then, it's like, does it make sense? Because ES doesn't have anything lower. Like we just have this swing low. Maybe we're presented with a Kant. We're low-key stalling. If we open up this 5. Is that even a possibility? No, it's not. 3-minute Kant. Okay, or not. Now we are clearly reacting out of this 15-minute. But then like this long right here, I don't really want to take. Sorry about my dog. She's a goat. She's a killer for real. Look, you just want to like get in something like this, bro. Like this 30-second. Just delivery out the 1 minute. ES is gonna go higher though, for sure. Or not. My dog's literally about to like freak out. I did get in on that. Sorry, I was low-key locked in trying to place limits and stuff. Kind of the idea, right? This 15-second, just showing that this 1 minute is being a 15-minute gap. I'm not logged into Trade of 8, which is really unfortunate. I wish I could. It is on my phone though, so I'll be able to see that. Let me show you here. You can see I am in this position at 405 or 404 or whatever. Same accounts, same difference. I'd like to see this hold low key. Open up a 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute up here. I'm not gonna go break even. It's like there is more things defending. Yeah, and this is not a good sign of actually reversal, right? Where we get this close to a low inside of a gap. It's more of a sign of a generation of liquidity. So again, not really that worried about it. We also are closing below this low. We're not really printing wicks down here. We're printing wicks where? At the highs. So another really good sign. End up respecting that 1 minute very nicely. If we close below this, then I'll go break even. Oh my gosh, my screen recording, bro. Brutal. This will be my break even right here at 61. Where's 61 at? Bang. Let me go back to NQ. There's break even. I have a couple of my accounts set at a 1-to-1 right here. would assume that this holds down just because, like, does it make sense to be bullish off of this low only? Not really, right? Looking at the 1 hour, there's some of my accounts just hit TP. There's the ones that I'm securing winning days on. But it would make sense to go all the way down to this 1 hour to actually be bullish. Does ES hit that? I'm actually just gonna, I want to close. Nah, it's whatever. I'm confident in it. We're closing past this low, so it's not really that bad. Do you have anything unfilled that we need to go to? No. So, I mean, everything that we would need to rebalance at this point is below my break-even spot. So, again, there's nothing that I really need to be worried about here. I am break even on this. You can see right here. Break even. Slash break even. I'd like to see this 1 minute hold us down, preferably. It's also a 2 minute gap. So if we do tap this, we should be, respecting it. Sick. If we flip bearish on this candle, I'm gonna drag my stop to this high right here. All right, yeah, I'm moving my stop loss. My stop's now at this high right here. Cool. But this is gonna be a sick day. Again, dude, it's the days I don't log in on my computer. Really annoying, but what's up? Whatever. I might just close here. Nah, it's about to hit. It's about to hit. What is this? 0.3. There we go. Now we should use this more discounted leg to hold price lower. So something along this recent expansion, right? So what do we have? We got that 15 second. Here's TP. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, did I just get edged? Brutal. Brutal. No, don't do it to me. Don't do it. Okay, here we go. Sure, they're right here. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, dude. It's the phone curse. Showing the camera. This 15 seconds should hold though. We just swept out that intermediate high, so now stop loss could realistically don't go down to there. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, bro, I'm just not going to show my phone anymore. Like, ES also needs to flush out this low resistance in order to be bullish. Bang. Bang. And we hit the TikTok clip. Oh my gosh, it's peak, bro. All right, well, super good day. Let me type in Discord right quick. Bang. Yeah, that's sick, right? Basically, let me run down the recap. Super simple. What were we doing? Well, we are in a range. So marking out our equilibrium, we can tell that we were in a discount, right? And what were we doing in a discount? Well, we were respecting bearish in a discount still, right? Meaning that, okay, we can now expect a range low in that kind of high resistance when we are in a range, right? It's not necessarily low resistance all the time because we're having these little sweeps at the highs and the lows, right? So we had this SMT at the high, meaning this high resistance, and we also had delivered previously off of this 1 hour all the way higher, making that high resistance, right? So when we remain bearish in the discount, you can expect the range low. Now zooming in, right, we had a bunch of bearish PDAs like this 1 hour, this 30 minute, a bunch of confluences to support prices lower. Zooming in, what else did we have? Well, over here, we had a bunch of low resistance liquidity leading up to this external data low, right? That's also the only potential way that we could support a bullish idea, being that 1 hour gap all the way down here, right? There's no other bullish PDA that's going to support prices higher. So with that being said, right, we trade higher at open, right? 930 does what at the lows versus at the highs? Well, we clearly open up our key open and trade higher into our key level, followed by the instant distribution lower. We then get a stop hunt on the 15-second inside this little 1 minute gap, followed by an instant inversion, right? So this was a lot more discretional of a trade. Just because I am kind of using this 1 minute, I'm kind of just disregarding this 15-minute altogether based off of what it is attacking and defending, right? It is now attacking a very high resistant liquidity pool while it's defending a very low resistant liquidity pool. So with that idea in mind, right, I'm able to take that more discretionary entry and zoom down to this 15-second where I can see, okay, well, we just swept out this high inside of a 15-second gap, and then we are now clearly delivering lower off of it. From that point, right, I did not go break even here once we get past back into this unmitigated part of the 15-minute, just because of my conviction, right? Whenever you weigh your conviction in attacking versus defending, it makes sense to not go break even here, right? If we were going to be bullish, we would have been bullish off of this recent impulse move, right? We have our high time frame and low time frame manipulation here. Therefore, we can argue that this 1 minute is now beating a 15-minute, which just should not be possible unless the draw on liquidity is super obvious. Past the 15-minute, in this case it was. So with that being said, right, again, also holding my break-even point, super good, really proud about that. I do think that ES still goes lower here, but either way, caught a nice little 1 to 1.5, and then secured another winning day on 2 accounts that have an 8K buffer with a 1 to 1 here. So either way, that was 5 cons for 100 points. So that was a really good day. I'll have to add it up because it wasn't exactly. A couple of them were like 50. However, pretty good day. Done at, what was this, 9:46, so 15-minute work day. Really good. If you guys did enjoy, like, comment, sub, all the good things. Appreciate you guys so much for watching, genuinely. If you're not already, tap into the Discord. It's free below. I go live there almost every single day to kind of recap price and whatnot. But yeah, with that being said, tell somebody you love them. I'll see you later. Y'all have a good one. Don't gamble. Do something productive. And I'll see you later. Bye.